Hello and welcome to my review, my tips and tidbits, and my new deck ideas for the new ban list in September. Here we have every card that is being banned, limited, unlimited, brought back from the grave, and should never be here. So this is the ban list that was, how do I say this? It was confirmed by a guy called Satoshi Kato, who has been very credible in the past with his ban lists. So I'm gonna take this one in my stride and say it's confirmed. If you don't care, then fuck you. All right, so we're gonna have a look through this, and I'll first give my impressions. Secondly, give kind of decky ideas, and thirdly, rip this thing to shreds because some of these are fucking stupid. Okay, so we're going for the banned ones first, the ones that can't use anymore, or ever, never again. Alright, Bryonic, I have no idea where this guy's going. Unless they're bringing out some new stuff that makes tuners more viable, I guess. This guy should never have gone. Because, I mean, the only tuners anyone ever uses now is Effect Veiler. And to get him out, you need a 5-star on top of that. And it just, it doesn't sit well with me. Especially with dragons getting hit the way they are. So I don't see why he's being banned. There must be a new card coming out that makes him broken or something. Future Fusion. This card needs to go. This card is very silly. It pretty much just makes your turn 1 insane in dragons. So it needed to go. I'm glad it's gone. Alright, so that's the 2 that are banned. Only 2 are being banned. Alright, so we're going to have a look at the ones that are at 1. Now all the cards that just have 1 copy here are the ones going to 1, the ones that have 2 copies are going to 2, the ones that have 3 copies are going to 3, obviously. And I needed to put the banned ones on there so you could see them. So from now on, everyone that has 1 is at 1. So we're looking at Insector Hornet and Dragonfly. I haven't actually done a deck profile on these yet, but these guys are fucking insane. At Worlds, I'm very sure the top 8 was 6 decks were Insector. And with how consistently Dino Rabbit and the other decks have been, it's insane that Insectors did that well at Worlds. So these guys are getting hit hard. They kill stuff, they special summon stuff, they make it very easy to win. So these guys need to go to 1. Ultimate Offering is going to 1. And I think this card needs to be banned, personally, because it's one of those cards that you won't use in every deck. Dude, are you serious, MSN? Okay, MSN, that's fine. Let's go away. Fuck off. Okay. Now, where was I? Ultimate Offering is one of those cards that can be used and abused very easily. With gadgets, it can just make an entire field of monsters. In fact, it's just a very abusable card, and I really don't like it. The fact that it's going to 1 makes me feel a bit easier about it, because, you know, some cards, you know, you can do a lot of shit with if it goes to 1. But, you know, it's okay. Red Eyes, hello, baby! You needed to go to 1, didn't you? Yeah, Red Eyes really needed to go to 1. I was kind of thinking maybe 2, but he's just so good. It doesn't cost a tribute, you know, so you can normal summon, then special summon it, bring out other shit. It gives you free shit. And it's so big for what it's just too good. It's too good. Now, we're on to a fucking insane card. This card made 2004, 2005, or was it 2000? No, I think it was 2004, 2005. One of the worst formats ever. There were loops, there were everything. This card this card hasn't been back for fucking 6-7 years. But, it can't be special summoned. When he's normal summoned, flip a card in a field face down. This was used with Mask of Darkness to get traps back and make a loop with Solemn Judgment. Magician of Faith, which isn't actually around at the moment, so I won't really talk about it. Tsukiyomi makes it so that firstly you can abuse Raiko, which I don't like. And secondly, a lot of monsters, when they're flip face down, can just get attacked over with Tsukiyomi. And Tsukiyomi makes me feel very uneasy. Maybe it won't be as good as it used to. I don't think it'll be as good as it used to be. But I think there's going to be some silly combos with it. And I don't know. it being on the ban list makes me feel easier about the game, so... Chaos Sorcerer Baby, he's back to 1. This guy has been fucking touched so much on the ban list in recent years, it's unreal. First he was banned, then he was at 3, then he was at 1, then he was at 3, and now he's back at 1. So, this card, I think it needs to be at 1. Maybe 2, but whatever. It's just because he could be splashed in pretty much any deck right now, because every good card is a light or a dark. Well, most. This guy, Gishki Kraken. This card has some dirty loops, and I haven't really played the deck, but I've seen the loops, and it's not the most consistent loop, but just putting it at 1 kind of makes me feel better. Spore! I'm so happy this guy's coming back. Glow Up Bulb needed to stay gone. That's for sure. But Spore, he just fits nicely into its own deck. Because when you had Spore and Glow Up Bulb, you could run what are they called? The plant monster that gets a plant from the deck. I can't remember its name. But you could run 2 of those, Spore and Glow Up Bulb, and it would run its own little engine. Now with just Spore, you can't really do that, so it can't be abused. So being at 1 is very nice. I don't know why they're bringing it back to 1 though. That's kind of silly because you can only use his effect once per duel. So I mean, what's the point in having 3 in your deck? Either way. All right, now we're looking at the ones that are going to 2. Tour Guide, hello baby. Maybe it should have went to 1. It's just because it was spammable in decks. Being at 2 is a lot better than being at 3 because you could run 3 Tour Guides and 1 Sangan, and you'd be able to use Tour Guide, and then Tour Guide and Sangan. So now you're going to be left with something in your deck like, I don't know, Sangan. Sangan kind of is nice in your deck, but you know. Mirror Force at 2, I didn't think I'd ever see that in my life. But I see a lot of people omitting Mirror Force, not using Mirror Force, not really liking to use Mirror Force too much. So I can see why they put it at 2. It's a very powerful card, but it's still a trap that needs to be triggered by attacking. Now we're going on to Reasoning. Oh my god, this is one of my favourite cards of all time. It was limited because of the Monster Gate, Reasoning, Magical Explosion decks. And those were actually very fun to run. I'm happy to see it back at 2. I'd like to see Monster Gate back at 2 or 3. 3 Reasoning, 3 Monster Gate. We can play some really fun decks. Just keep Magical Explosion banned, yeah. Hero Lives. I don't know why this is going to 2. If maybe they're bringing out more E-Heroes. I don't know. No one used this card, so I don't see why it's going to 2. Even in Bubble Beat and stuff, people didn't use the Hero Lives because it costs too much. Maybe for the Gladiator Beast aspect, but no. Gladiator Beasts, they're not being touched, so I can't see why this is at 2. Maybe it's new cards coming out, I don't know. Heretic, Seal of Thingamajig, just slows down Heretics. Part of Duality at 2, I think that's the best number for it. 3 is very spammable. Emergency Call, fuck you! I can't believe it's going to 2. That's really going to mess up my Bubble Beat deck, it makes me sad. Oh man, it just bothers me. There's no need for it to be at 2 at all. Kaloot, this I think should be at 3 because Blackwings aren't viable at all at the moment, and this card makes them a little better. It's kind of like Honest, just when a Blackwing attacks you get a bit more attack. It's a very, very nice card. I think it should be at 3. And now Rabbit Baby, bye-bye. He should be at 1. I really think so. He's too good. But this will slow down the Dino Rabbit deck. So Dino Rabbit's been hit semi-hard because Tour Guide's been hit. Rabbit's been hit. Insector's been hit really hard. So that's all good. Debris Dragon. This card I have very mixed feelings over. It's very spammable, but I think 2 is fine. When we had the plant engine, you could go into what's it called, Black Rose Dragon very easily with Lone Fire Blossom. That's what the plant's called. So you could run 2 Debris Dragon, a Spore, 2 Lone Fire Blossom in a deck. Something like Light Sworn or something like that, and it would run very well and be able to get more synchros out. And I do like Debris Dragon, and I'm happy that this kind of little loopy combo is back because it's nice to have in decks. I like it. Agent of Mystery Earth, I don't know why this is at 1. I don't know why it's going to 2. It should be at 3. They are not good enough to play. This should be at 3. Alright, now we go into ones that are being unlimited, and this is where shit gets good! Necro Gardener at 3. Yes, I've been fucking calling for that for a long time. It's not good enough. It clogs your hands. It's great. We need it at 3. It's at 3. Jam it in your Light Sworn decks and have a fucking good time. Marshmallow, I have no idea where this was to. It's a fucking piece of shit. Teleport. Emergency Teleport. This card was amazing, but now it's shit. Well, it's not shit. You know, I'm just hyperbole, everyone. This card I feel should be at 3. It's a very fast, cool, quick card. You can get some tuners out. It's back in Teledad format. It was great. Now, not so much. This is my favorite thing in the entire list. Destiny Draw at 3. Now we can run Light Sworn, Destiny Hero, Trade In. You run this is one of my favorite decks. It's you run 3 Destiny Hero Plasma, who's 8-star, 3 Trade In, and what was it? 3 Trade In, 3 Destiny Draw, and you play it as kind of a Chaos deck. Even though Chaos Sorcerers are getting hit, it just runs very well. It runs very smoothly, and Destiny Draw at 3 is going to make that viable again. And it makes for a fucking good time. It thins out your deck. It's just great. Plasma's great. Just shut up. Swords at 3. No big deal. No one used it at 2. No one used 2. Put it at 3. Magic Cylinder at 3. That always needed to be at 3. I've talked about why Magic Cylinder isn't good in the past. And it's one of those cards. It really is. You're thinking, oh, I want my opponent to get really big monster on the field so I can Magic Cylinder. And they get a big monster and you're like, Cylinder, yeah! And they're like, take down their life. They end their turn and you're like, oh, shit, I've got to deal with that massive monster. Or they attack with a small monster, you Cylinder, and you're like, oh, that wasn't really worth it. It's just a bad card. Unless you're really burning them hard and they're going to just fucking blindly attack into Cylinders over and over. It's really not a good card. I hate it. I wouldn't even run it in burn. I'd run a chain burn deck. Alright, that is the lot. My thoughts on the thing, I would say a nice little plant engine with Lonefire Spore and Debris Dragons would be a very nice addition to a lot of decks. Lightsworn's got a really nice addition with Necro Gardeners. Goodbye to Chaos Dragon, because that got hit the hardest, with Future Fusion going, this being at 1, this being at 1, Chaos don't work no more. Tour Guide getting hit is always nice. Mirror Force at 2 is a very cool little thing. Reasoning at 2, love it, I need more reasoning. Destiny Draw at 3, yeah baby! The rest is kind of okay. I think Earth should probably be at 3. They shouldn't have touched Emergency Call. But other than that, it's a pretty good list. So, yeah. If you could leave your... well, I want you to comment, subscribe, like, favourite, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your parents, lean out your window, yeah? First person you see in the street, tell them about my channel, yeah? Just shout it out the window, yeah? So I want you to do all that, tell everyone about this, and I'll get